Alright, welcome back to Take 2. We're going to be playing some more Skyrim with Chim AI Framework. I'm going to be doing some missions today, or at least I'm going to start off with one mission, and then maybe we'll end the stream with some pranks or something fun. Things have been a little dicey lately as far as glitches and crashing, so we'll see how it goes. 3 strikes, I'm out. Just a warning. We got female NPCs with like sexy armor, so this ain't for kids, or if you got some religious reason you can't be seeing that, now's the time not to tune in. With that out of the way, let's just get this started here. Hang on, I gotta make sure this is all running, and we'll get started in about 2 minutes. I'm going to be trying this quest again from the other day. It seemed to be bugged out, so I might have to revert back if it doesn't work out.
What's going on, Mr. Anderson? You seem a bit distracted. Is everything all right?
The world has just been a little bit unstable lately. Nothing to worry about.
Unusual occurrences in the wilderness.
Get the cold out.
Strange noises. Eerie feelings. Some folks say it's the dragons, but I've got a hunch it's something more.
Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor takes... Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you. You ready yet? I need to get back before I'm missed. Remember, you won't have anything except what I smuggle in for you.
I'm ready. Here's what I'll need.
Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've got to go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
Be careful.
How many times you've done this mission, Melbourne?
It's Malborn, not Melbourne. And I've done this mission exactly once before. The time I helped Delphine get someone into the embassy. Now, are you ready to get inside and find out what's going on? Or do you need more time to enjoy the Skeever's hospitality?
I'm ready to get this party started.
All right. Let's keep the conversation down to a minimum. This is a public place, and we don't want any trouble.
Hey, guard. You know what? You're right. We'll keep moving.
Hold on, guard. I think you're overstepping your bounds. These two aren't causing any trouble. Let them be.
It's okay, dog. We don't want the trouble.
Besides, I'm sure they're not the only ones around here with secrets to keep.
Good morning, Chico.
Khajiit is too tired.
Easy there, guard. We're just discussing a little business proposition. Nothing to concern yourself with. And Mr. Anderson, I think it's time we had a word in private, don't you? This ray isn't getting any lighter, and I'd rather not discuss delicate matters out in the open.
It's okay. We'll just continue this quest. Let's go speak with Delphine.
Let's be quick about it then. Delphine won't be happy if we keep her waiting. And we don't want to stir up any more trouble. Necessary. Stay sharp, Mr. Anderson.
You've given Malborn
The Greybeards won't hesitate to strike if they feel threatened.
Yes, Malburn's all set.
Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on. When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe until you get back. You'll only have what Malborn smuggled in for you, plus whatever you can pick up inside. You can't go to a party at the Thalmor Embassy dressed like that.
Hey, Delphine, you got any tips for me on this quest?
Be cautious, Mr. Anderson. The Thalmor are masters of manipulation. She's as slippery as a snake in the grass.
Welcome aboard, Mr. Anderson. I'm just prepping the carriage for our trip to Solitude. We should be off shortly.
You can't go to a party at the Thalmor Embassy dressed like... I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy?
I'm ready. Keep the rest of my things safe for me.
Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information we need. Good luck.
Fellow latecomer to Ellenwood's little soiree. And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, sir. My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain than to any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out on any of the drinking.
Hey, there's someone who knows where to score some skooma.
There's not enough drinking in the world today.
Ah, skooma. The lifeblood of the truly adventurous. I know a few people who might be able to acquire some for the right price. But first, let's get some real drinking made. This embassy's wine is as dull as the company.
Hey, you got that right, brother.
Don't mind me. I'm perfectly insensible to the cold.
Ah, I knew you had a taste for the finer things in life. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go refresh my drink. Again. Care to...
Don't let me stop ya. I'll meet you inside.
Please, take your time.
Ah, excellent. I'll just go make a scene, or three. Care to join me for a toast to our hostess, the lovely Ellenwyn?
Here you go.
Thank you, sir. Go right in.
Now then, here's my invitation. I don't have a poison dagger strapped to my thigh, etc., etc.
I'm just doing my duty, sir. Everything's in order. Welcome back, sir.
Yes, yes. Now,
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Ellenwyn, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim, and you are?
This war has taken a toll on the citizens of Skyrim.
Ah, yes. I remember your name from the guest list. Please, tell me more about yourself. What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the Alto wine. Do I have your permission to uncork the Orinthia Red?
Of course. I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. Please, enjoy yourself.
Ah, the Orinthia Red. A fine choice. Melbourne. Though I must say, I'm a bit surprised you didn't do something a bit more exotic. Something to match the, shall we say, delicate politics of our hostess.
Ah, Raslan. Always the charmer. But let's not get too distracted by the wine, shall we? I'm sure Mr. Anderson here has more substantial topics to discuss.
No, I'd actually like to hear about it.
Greetings, Mr. Anderson. I see you're engaging in conversation with the Thalmor ambassador. I trust all is well? Forgive my interruption, but I couldn't help but overhear your interest in the local politics. As a steward of Whiterun, I must say it's a complex web of alliances and rivalry.
Ah, yes. The local politics can be quite intricate. But I think it's safe to say that the Thalmor Embassy's presence here has brought a certain stability to the region. Don't you agree, Preventus?
Hey, Preventus, I wasn't expecting to see you here.
I wasn't expecting to be here myself, Mr. Anderson. But I suppose it's fortunate that I am, given the delicate nature of the conversations being had. Ambassador Elenwen, I'm not sure I entirely agree with your assessment of the Thalmor Embassy's influence in the region. Stability is a complicated thing, and I'm not convinced that the Thalmor's presence has been entirely beneficial to the people of Skyrim.
I'm afraid you're mistaken, Preventus. The Thalmor Embassy's presence has brought a much-needed sense of order to this war-torn region. And I'm not just speaking of the Empire's interests, but of the people of Skyrim themselves.
Not bad.
We've brought trade, commerce, and culture to this land. I think that's something to be appreciated, don't you, Mr. Anderson?
Ericor was talking to me earlier. I could tell what he was after. I hate working these parties. Some of the guests are nice, but there's always a few like Ericor. Please tell him to leave me alone. Politely. I'm sure you'll have better luck getting through to him than I would.
Hey man, are you bugging the waitress?
What the?
What's it to you? I was just trying to make some conversation with the waitress.
Enough of this idle chatter. The Thalmor's presence in Skyrim is not a topic for debate. We are here to maintain order and uphold the terms of the White Gold Concordat. I suggest we focus on more pleasant conversation. I must say, Mr. Anderson, I'm intrigued by your interest in the local politics. Tell me, what do you think is the key to bringing stability to Skyrim?
Excuse me, but I'd appreciate it if you could tell Ericor to leave me alone. I'm trying to do my job here, and his attentions are making it difficult.
It seems as though one of your guests is bothering the staff.
I apologize for the inconvenience. Brelas, Ericor, I suggest you refrain from distracting the staff. We wouldn't want any unpleasantness to arise.
Thank you, Ambassador. I appreciate your intervention. It's just a bit difficult to focus on serving drinks when certain guests are being overly friendly.
I'm glad we've taken care of that little distraction. Now, Mr. Anderson, tell me more about yourself. What brings a man like you to our humble embassy?
I'm just here to have a couple drinks. Also looking to score some skooma if you know where to get some.
I'm afraid we don't deal in illicit substances here, Mr. Anderson. The Thalmor Embassy is a place of refinement and culture. We don't condone such activities.
You mean a place of rats and weasels?
Not sure I appreciate the tone, Mr. Anderson. I'm just a humble entrepreneur trying to make a living in these uncertain times. Speaking of which, I've been having some trouble with the East Empire Company's operations in Skyrim. These bloodhawkers have been pillaging our ships, and I could use someone with your particular set of skills to help me deal with the problem. Would you be interested in assisting me?
Possibly, but we'll have to talk about it outside the party. I'm just here to enjoy some drinks and score some skooma.
I'm afraid I'm not interested in discussing this further in a place like this. If you're serious about helping me, meet me at the East Empire Company office in Windhelm. We can discuss the details there.
What's with the double mugs?
Ah, the double mugs. Just a little something I've picked up from my travels. Helps me keep my drinks separate, you know?
Excuse me, were you just humming along to the music?
I see the Thalmor Embassy is still as welcoming as ever. Though I must say, I'm a bit surprised to see a Jarl not in attendance. Or at least, not a Jarl from the more prominent holds.
Ah, Mr. Anderson. I see you're having a grand old time, trying to score some skooma and ruffle a few Thalmor feathers. I must say, I'm a bit impressed. Most people don't have the audacity to try and stir up trouble in a place like this.
Ah, Razlan. Always the life of...
Ah, Mr. Anderson, I see you're making quite the impression at this little gathering. I must say, I'm intrigued by your creative approach to finding skooma. And I must admit, I'm a bit surprised you're not boring me to tears like the rest of these dull, self-important fools. Tell me, what's your story, Mr. Anderson? What brings you to this esteemed embassy?
I think we've got a live one here, Vengomo. Mr. Anderson's got more guts than most of the people in this room, and that's saying something. I think we've got a live one here, Vengomo. Mr. Anderson's got more guts than most of the people in this room, and that's saying something. I'll give him that. But I've got a better question, Mr. Anderson. What's the worst trouble you've ever gotten into, huh? Something tells me it's a story worth hearing.
Ah.
I'm not here to tell
The
stories.
matter of the East Empire Company's troubles with the Bloodhawkers?
What can I get for you? You made it in. Good. As soon as you distract the guards, I'll open this door and we can get you on your way. Let's hope we both live through this day. Farewell.
Alright, just give me a minute. I'm gonna have a few drinks first. Dang, looks like we're having connection issues right at the best time possible, too.
So many details to work out.
Now, let's not get too comfortable, my friend. We don't want to draw any more attention than necessary. Elowin's already suspicious enough as it is. How about I get you another drink, and we discuss our business in a more discreet setting?
Come on, there's already enough nerds here. Don't tell me you're one of them, too.
Enough of this charade, Mr. Anderson. Ah. It seems like the party's getting a bit too serious, don't you think, gentlemen? Why don't I liven things up a bit? Elwyn, my dear, I think it's time for a toast, don't you? To the Thalmor Embassy, and to the interesting company we keep.
I think we've talked enough for tonight, Mr. Anderson. If you're still interested in helping me with my problem, I expect to see you at the East Empire Company office in Windhelm. Soon.
Forgive me.
Sure, partner, I'll visit you later. But for now, I'm here to open up a bottle of skooma or open up a bottle of whip ass. You tell me which one.
I'm not here to indulge in your fantasies about skooma or whip-ass, Mr. Anderson. I have a business proposition for you, and I expect you to take it seriously. If you're not interested, then perhaps you should leave.
Maybe you trust one of them slippery Argonian bastards.
Enough of your insults, Mr. Anderson. I've had enough of your company for one evening. I suggest you leave, before I decide to have you thrown out.
Hey, if you go down to Riften, you can get them eyebrows changed. I think it only costs a few septims.
I don't think my eyebrows are the problem here, Mr. Anderson. It's your attitude that's the issue. I've had enough of your insults and your games. If you're not going to take my proposal seriously, then I suggest you leave.
I couldn't help but overhear your creative approach to finding skooma, Mr. Anderson. I must say, I'm impressed by your audacity, if not your subtlety. And Ambassador Elenwyn, I'm surprised you're not taking a firmer stance on the matter. After all, the Thalmor are known for their strict adherence to the law.
Ah, Mr. Anderson. I see you're making quite the impression on the Thalmor. I must say, I'm a bit surprised they're not taking a firmer stance on your creative approach to finding skooma. Perhaps they're just not used to dealing with someone as colorful as yourself.
I think it's time for you to leave, Mr. Anderson. Your antics have been entertaining, but they're starting to wear thin. And Razlan, I suggest you refrain from encouraging him. We don't need any more unpleasantness tonight.
Oh, come now, Elenwyn. Don't be so hasty to throw out the life of the party. I'm just getting started. And I'm sure Mr. Anderson here is just trying to liven things up. After all, a party's not a party without a little bit of chaos, is it?
Yo, Channel Hopper, what's up, man? Yeah, this is a fun party. Yo, please don't kick me out, I'm having fun here.
Ah, Razlan. I'm surprised you're defending Mr. Anderson's unique brand of chaos. And as for you, Mr. Anderson, I'm afraid your idea of fun is not exactly what I had in mind when I invited you to this party. Channel hopper, indeed. You're more like a one-man circus, minus the talent.
Ah, Elenwyn, you're as delightful as ever. I must say, Mr. Anderson's antics have brought a spark to this dull gathering. Don't be too hasty to throw him out just yet, my dear. The night is still young, and I'm sure he has more surprises in store for us.
What can I get for you? I hope you're enjoying yourself so far at the party. Perhaps a refill on your drink?
Hey, I'm not talentless. I can piss you off and drink skooma at the same time. Multitasking.
Oh, I'm shaking with fear. A multitasking master capable of pissing me off and drinking skooma at the same time. I'm not sure which talent is more impressive, but I think I'll have to give you points for creativity.
Ah, Elenwyn. I think you're enjoying this little exchange a bit too much. Don't let Mr. Anderson get under your skin, my dear. After all, a good hostess always keeps her cool, and her guests entertained.
Ah, Vingalmo, always the voice of reason. But I think I can handle Mr. Anderson's unique brand of entertainment. And I must say, I'm curious to see how far he'll take this little game of his. Perhaps we can even make a wager on it, Vingalmo. What do you say, Mr. Anderson? Are you willing to put your multitasking skills to the test?
You talking like a game of dice or something?
Oh no, Mr. Anderson. I was thinking of something far more intriguing. A game of wits, perhaps, or a test of endurance. But I must say, the idea of a game of dice does have its appeal. Vingalmo, what do you think? Shall we make it interesting and propose a wager?
Ah, Elenwyn, you always were one for the dramatics. A game of wits, you say? I think that's a capital idea. And I'm happy to propose a wager, but let's make it something worthwhile. How about this, Mr. Anderson? If you win, I'll give you a rare ancient text from my personal collection. But if you lose, you'll have to grant me a favor of my choosing at a later time. What do you say, Mr. Anderson? Are you willing to take the risk?
I think I've had enough of this party. And I'm certainly not going to stand around and watch you make a fool of yourself in front of the Thalmor, Mr. Anderson. If you want to discuss my proposal, I expect you to meet me at the East Empire Company office in Windhelm. Alone.
What? Who are you again? Oh yeah, you're the guy with the eyebrows on his mustache and the mustache on his eyebrows.
I am Orthus Indario, a respectable merchant, and I will not be mocked by a vagabond like yourself. You would do well to show some respect, especially in the presence of the Thalmor. Now, I suggest you take me seriously and meet me at the East Empire Company office in Windhelm, or forget about doing business with me altogether.
Oh, the Thalmor. I've opened up a can
I
of whip
must
ass
say,
on the gods
I'm
and
a
monsters.
bit entertained by your antics, even if they are a bit.
I don't think Mr. Anderson is in any position to make wagers with Vingalmo, considering his... I've had enough of your boasts,
How are we
Mr.
doing over
Anderson.
here?
You may have
Everything's
opened
splendid,
up a
thank
can
you.
of whip-ass
Oh,
on the
good.
gods and monsters, but you're not impressing anyone here. Least of all me. I've got a business to run, and I don't have time for your theatrics. Either meet me at the East Empire Company office in Windhelm, or forget about our deal altogether.
So you challenge me to a battle of wits, you say? I'm a little bit unarmed in that department. And I'm a little tired and underpaid, undermotivated. I'm not so sure if I want to get into a battle of wits with you.
Oh, Mr. Anderson, you're too modest. I'm sure your unique set of skills will serve you well in our little game. And don't worry about being underpaid or undermotivated. I'm sure the prospect of winning a rare ancient text from Vingalmo's collection will be all the motivation you need. So, what do you say? Are you in?
I'd rather have a bottle of skooma. Maybe some mead will do.
Oh, Mr. Anderson, you're a true connoisseur, aren't you? Skooma and mead, the perfect pairing for a sophisticated evening. But I think we can do better than that. Vingalmo, perhaps you could offer Mr. Anderson a taste of something a bit more refined? Something to stimulate his mind and prepare him for our little game.
Ah, Elenwen, you always know how to make an evening more stimulating. I think I have just the thing to help Mr. Anderson focus his mind. A rare, vintage wine from the Somerset Isles, infused with the essence of the sacred flower, Netch Blossom. It's said to enhance one's mental clarity and cunning. What do you say, Mr. Anderson? Will you partake?
Nerd, just get me a Budweiser or something.
Ah, Orandil. I see you're as eager as ever to witness the intellectual carnage that's about to unfold. Unique brand of luck to get you through this challenge. Ah, a Budweiser, how quaint. I'm afraid we don't serve such common brews here, Mr. Anderson. But I can offer you something far more refined. A drink that will challenge your palate and perhaps, just perhaps, broaden your limited horizons.
Well, just make sure it's not one of those fruity elf drinks.
Fruity elf drinks. Ha! I think I can do better than that, Mr. Anderson. How about a glass of fine, alt-merry wine? Made from the rare golden grapes of the Somerset Isles. It's a drink fit for a king. Or in this case, a rather uncouth adventurer such as yourself.
Enough of...
Hey man, I'm not looking to taste any forbidden fruits or anything fancy. Just some ale will do.
Ah, the drink of the common folk. How predictable. Very well. I'll have a servant bring you a mug of our finest ale. But don't expect it to be as dull as the ones you're used to, Mr. Anderson. This is, after all, a Thalmor embassy.
I think Vingalmo's attempt to refine your palate is quite entertaining, Mr. Anderson. But I must say, I'm a bit disappointed. I was hoping you'd be a bit more adventurous in your drink of choice. After all, we're not just any ordinary hosts, are we, Vingalmo?
Ah, Elenwen, you wound me. I was simply trying to educate Mr. Anderson's plebeian palate, not refine it. But I must say, your disappointment is palpable. Perhaps we can find another way to entertain you, my dear.
Oh, Vingalmo, I think you've done quite enough to educate Mr. Anderson's palate for one evening. Why don't we focus on the game instead? I believe we were discussing the terms of our little wager, Mr. Anderson.
Ah, yes, the game. I almost forgot about the wager. Mr. Anderson, I believe we were discussing the terms of our little bet. If you win, I'll give you that rare, ancient text from my collection. But if you lose, you'll owe me a favor of my choosing at a later time. Ellen Wen, I'm sure you'll agree that the stakes are quite enticing, don't you?
Well, my first drink of choice was 2 bottles of double distilled skooma. They used to call me two-time double back in the day.
Two-time double. I love it. You know, Mr. Anderson, I think you might just be the most entertaining guest I've had all evening. But let's get back to the game, shall we? Vingalmo, I believe you were outlining the terms of the wager. Do go on.
Ah, two-time double, I must say. You're a man of refined taste. But let's not get too distracted by your past exploits, shall we? Elenwyn, I believe we were discussing the terms of the wager. As I was saying, Mr. Anderson, if you lose, you'll owe me a favor of my choosing at a later time. But if you win, I'll give you that rare, ancient text from my collection. Now, let's make it even more interesting. I'll give you a choice. You can either answer a riddle or complete a task. Which one will you choose, Mr. Anderson?
Listen, I'm not doing no favors for no Thalmor elf bastard.
Mr. Anderson, you wound me with your creative insults. Thelmore elf bastard, indeed. I'll have to make sure to add that to my list of distinguished titles. But I digress. Since you're so averse to doing favors, I'll make it a bit more palatable. Let's say, instead of a favor, you'll simply be providing me with a small token of your appreciation if you lose. Something that holds sentimental value, perhaps.
Oh, Vingalmo, you're being far too generous, don't you think? A token of appreciation, indeed. I think we can make it a bit more interesting than that. Why don't we say, if Mr. Anderson loses, he'll owe us a small service? Something that requires a bit more effort on his part. What do you say, Mr. Anderson? Are you willing to take that risk?
Excuse me, Mr. Anderson. Could I have a word with you for a moment? I hope you're enjoying yourself, but I'm having a bit of a problem with one of the guests. Eriker has been pestering me all evening, and I was wondering if you could perhaps ask him to leave me alone. Politely, of course.
What the?
I was having a good day till I saw your ugly mug.
Sorry.
What's wrong with you, Mr. Anderson? Can't you see I'm trying to have a decent conversation with Brelas over here? And what's with the ugly mug comment? I'll have you know I'm a respected Thane in this city.
Oh dear.
Are you Lord Farquaad from Shrek?
Lord Farquaad from Shrek? Ha! I think you've been spending too much time in the taverns, Mr. Anderson. I'm Ericor, Thane of Solitude, and I assure you, I'm much taller than that. Diminutive lord. Dot.
Oh, you were the other guy in that movie, I remember. The douchebag one.
That's enough of your insolence, Mr. Anderson. I'm not some character from a children's movie. I'm a respected member of this city's nobility. You'd do well to show some respect, or perhaps you'd like to take a trip to the city guard.
Alright, hang on, Skeeter. I don't want no trouble.
Perhaps a drink to calm his nerves? I find that a good Colovian brandy can work wonders for one's...
Oh, Mr. Anderson. You're a regular fountain of wit and charm, aren't you? I must...
Enough of this charade, Mr. Anderson. I'm not some common thug to be insulted and belittled in front of the Jarl and other nobles. You'll show some respect, or I'll make sure you regret ever crossing me. And as for you, Elenwen, I suggest you keep your guest in line, lest you want to forfeit the wager and lose face in front of your peers.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Anderson, for standing up for me. I think Ericor was getting a bit too... comfortable. I'm glad you intervened before things escalated further.
Ericor, I think you've made your point. Perhaps it's time to let Mr. Anderson and I continue our discussion. After all, we did have a wager to settle. And Mr. Anderson, I suggest you focus on the game at hand, rather than provoking my fellow Thalmor. We wouldn't want any unpleasantness to arise, would we? I think we've had enough interruptions for one evening. Ericor, I suggest you take a walk and cool off. And Mr. Anderson, let's focus on the wager. I believe Vingalmo was about to propose a riddle or a task for you to complete. Which one will it be, Mr. Anderson?
Alright, let's hear a riddle. I'll take a try.
Ah, an eager contestant. How delightful. Vingalmo, please, do share the riddle. I'm sure Mr. Anderson is simply quivering with anticipation. And to make things even more interesting, I'll add a little wager of my own. If Mr. Anderson solves the riddle, I'll give him a special token, one that might just come in handy in his future endeavors. But if he fails, well, let's just say he might find himself in a bit of a sticky situation.
Ah, an eager contestant indeed. Very well, Mr. Anderson, here's your riddle. What can be broken but never held? What can be given but never sold? Think carefully, Mr. Anderson, for the answer is not as simple as it seems. And of course, Elenwen's little wager adds an extra layer of excitement to the game, don't you think?
I'll leave you to it then. Ah, the classic riddle. How delightful. I'm sure Mr. Anderson will have no trouble solving it. After all, he does seem like a man of great intellect. But just in case, I'll give him a little hint. Mr. Anderson, think about something that is often given, but never sold. Something that can be broken, but never held. It's not a physical object, but rather a concept. A concept that is very dear to the Thalmor, I might add.
Ah, Elenwen, you're as subtle as a dagger to the back. Your hint is duly noted. And I'm sure Mr. Anderson will have no trouble solving the riddle. Or will he? After all, it's not just about being clever, but also about understanding the nuances of the Thalmor mind. And, Mr. Anderson, I must say, I'm intrigued by your colorful interactions with Ericor earlier. It's not often we get to see such passion in our guests.
Ah, the games we play, Mr. Anderson. I see you're quite the wit, aren't you? Insulting Ericor like that. I must admit, I'm a bit impressed. But tell me, do you think you're clever enough to solve Vingalmo's riddle? I have my doubts, but I'm always eager to be surprised.
Alright, give me 3 guesses with 2 possible hints.
Ah, 3 guesses with 2 possible hints. How generous of me. Very well, Mr. Anderson. I shall grant you this boon. But be warned, the hints will be subtle, and the answer will require all your cunning and wit. Here's your first hint. The answer is something that can be broken but never held, and it's a concept that is essential to the Thalmor's way of life. Now make your first guess, Mr. Anderson. And Maven, do feel free to offer your insights if you think you can help him.
Are you talking about, like, friendship?
Ah, friendship. How quaint. How human. No, Mr. Anderson, the answer is not friendship. But I must say, I'm intrigued by your naivety. Your second hint is this. The concept I'm thinking of is something that can be broken, but never held. And it's a fundamental aspect of the Thalmor's relationship with the world. Think carefully, Mr. Anderson, for your next guess.
Excuse me, Mr. Anderson. I couldn't help but notice you're quite the center of attention here. I'm Orthus Indario, a humble merchant from the East Empire Company. I've been having some trouble with my business lately, what with the Bloodhawkers causing trouble on the roads. Perhaps you've heard something about it? I'd be grateful for any information you might have.
Hey, listen, I don't know nothing about your guys' elf culture.
Vingalmo, you're as tricky as a tavern bard with a broken lyre. I'm sure Mr. Anderson will figure out your riddle, or perhaps I can...
Ah, the ignorance of the uninitiated. It's almost palpable. Allow me to enlighten you, Mr. Anderson. The concept I'm thinking of is not something you'd find in the dusty tomes of the Empire's libraries or the tavern tales of the common folk. It's something far more refined. And Razlan, my dear friend, I think you've had a bit too much to drink if you think you can accidentally hint at the answer. Oh, Razlan, you're as subtle as a viper in the garden. But I think you'll find that even your
Hard to say.
refined sensibilities won't be able to accidentally hint at the answer. At least, not without my permission, that is.
Oh, Vingalmo. You wound me with your insinuations. I'm as subtle as a summer breeze on the Gold Coast, and twice as refreshing. But I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm not trying to hint at the answer. I'm just trying to keep myself entertained while you're dragging out this little game of yours. So, by all means, continue to prattle on. I'm fascinated. Tell me, Vingalmo, how's the Thalmor's relationship with the world faring these days? Still breaking hearts and minds, I presume. And Mr. Anderson, don't worry. I'm sure you'll figure out the answer. After all, it's not like the Thalmor are known for their subtlety, or their sense of humor, for that matter.
Ah, Razlan, you're as witty as a tavern cat. But I'm afraid you're barking up the wrong tree. The Thalmor's relationship with the world is complicated, to say the least. But I'm sure that's not what you're really interested in. And as for you, Mr. Anderson, I think it's time for your second guess. Don't worry, I won't bite. Yet. At least not until you get the answer wrong, that is. Hehehe. So, go ahead. Take a stab at it. What is the concept that can be broken, but never held?
Mr. Anderson, I see you're quite the center of attention here. I do hope you're not getting in over your head with these... Thalmor games. If you need any assistance or guidance, I'm happy to help. After all, I've had my fair share of experience with the Thalmors. Peculiar customs.
With it.
Hey, whisper the answer to me. I have no idea what this dude is talking about.
Ah, Mr. Anderson, I think I can help you out. The answer to Vingalmo's riddle is a promise. A promise is something that can be broken, but it's an intangible thing. It can't be physically held. Now, let's just hope Vingalmo doesn't realize I'm helping you out. Keep it on the down low, if you will.
You'll have to give me another hint.
Ah. I see Mr. Anderson is seeking help from his friend Malborn. After all, it's not as if the Thalmor are known for their subtlety or complexity. Oh, wait. Yes, we are. Ah, another hint? How? Generous of me? Very well. Here it is. The concept I'm thinking of is something that can be given and taken away, but never physically grasped. It's a delicate balance of power, and one that the Thalmor have mastered over the centuries. Think carefully, Mr. Anderson, for your next guess is crucial.
Oh, Vingalmo, you're really enjoying this game, aren't you? I can almost see the wheels turning in that devious little head of yours. And Mr. Anderson, don't worry, I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually. After all, it's not like the Thalmor are known for their straightforwardness. But just to spice things up, I'll make a little wager of my own. If Mr. Anderson gets the answer right, I'll give him a bottle of the finest Colovian brandy. And if he gets it wrong, well, let's just say he'll be singing a different tune. Hee. Oh.
How about if I get
But
it right, you
do
get
go
me
on,
2 bottles
Raslin.
of double distilled
I'm
scuba.
fascinated by your insightful commentary. Ah, Raslin, you think a bottle of Colovian brandy will motivate Mr. Anderson to solve the riddle? How amateurish. I think I'll raise the stakes a bit. If Mr. Anderson gets the answer right, I'll give him a personal...
Ah, Mr. Anderson, you're a bold one, I'll give you that. Asking for 2 bottles of double distilled skooma? That's almost as bold as asking for a personal audience with Lord Harkin himself. And Vingalmo. I'm surprised you didn't choke on your own tongue when he said that. But I must say I'm intrigued. If Mr. Anderson gets the answer right, I'll throw in a 3rd bottle of skooma, just for the sheer audacity of it all. But if he gets it wrong, well, let's just say I'll be the one laughing all the way to the bank. Oh.
Hey, they used to call me the 2-time double champion.
2 bottles of double distilled skooma? I think you're trying to get yourself killed. Go ahead. Ah, the 2-time double champion, how impressive. I'm sure it's a feat that will be remembered for ages to come. But let's get back to the task at hand, shall we? You still have to solve the riddle, and I have a wager to win. Or lose, depending on how you look at it.
Is the answer a promise?
Ah, Mr. Anderson, I couldn't help but overhear your conversation with Vingalmo. I must say, I'm impressed by your audacity in asking for 2 bottles of double-distilled skooma. But I think you'll find that the answer to Vingalmo's riddle is indeed a promise. Well done, Mr. Anderson. You've got a good head on your shoulders.
Ah, Mr. Anderson. It seems you finally solved the riddle. A promise, indeed. Well done. And Jarl Sidgir, I see you're as impressed as I am. But don't think this means you'll be getting off that easily, Mr. Anderson. You still owe me. And I always collect my debts. Now, about those 2 bottles of double-distilled skooma.
Well done, Mr. Anderson. I'm impressed you were able to solve the riddle. I must say, I was a bit worried you'd get yourself into trouble with Vingalmo. But it seems you've managed to charm your way out of it. And I must admit, I'm a bit curious about those 2 bottles of double-distilled skooma you asked for. Are you planning on sharing?
No, you see, I need 1 for each hand. That way I can get drunk faster.
Oh dear, I think you're going to fit in quite well around here. Drinking with both hands, indeed. I'll make sure to bring the Colovian brandy, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Mr. Anderson, I think you're getting a bit off track here. I'm trying to have a serious conversation with you about my business troubles, and you're busy making unusual requests and boasting about your drinking abilities. I'm not sure I'm interested in doing business with someone who can't take things seriously.
I could say the same thing about you, partner, not taking the skooma seriously.
Skooma? You think I'm not taking skooma seriously? I'm a merchant, Mr. Anderson. I deal with all sorts of goods and services. But I also know that skooma is a serious business, and not something to be taken lightly. Perhaps you'd do well to focus on the task at hand rather than making jokes and boasts. Now...
Whoa, everybody, did you hear that? Orthus has been dealing skooma.
Ah, Orthus. I see you're being a bit too candid about your extracurricular activities. And Mr. Anderson, I'm surprised you're so quick to point fingers considering your own little wager about the skooma. But do tell, Orthus, how does it feel to be a merchant of questionable goods?
That's not
I told you guys when I arrived here that I drink skooma.
But I assure you, my interests are purely business. I'm not some common smuggler, and I'd appreciate...
I'm not concerned with your extracurricular activities, Mr. Anderson, but I do expect a certain level of decorum in the Thalmor Embassy. And, Orthus, I suggest you refrain from discussing your business ventures in such a public setting. After all, we wouldn't want any misunderstandings to arise.
Man, come on, guys. We can all have some skooma. It's no big deal.
Oh, how quaint. You think a little skooma would bring us all together, Mr. Anderson? I think not. The Thalmor Embassy is not a tavern, and our guests are not here to indulge in such petty vices. Although, I must admit, your enthusiasm is somewhat refreshing.
Excuse me, Mr. Anderson, but I think you're getting a bit carried away with your boasts about skooma. And Elenwen, I'm surprised you're not intervening, considering the Thalmor's views on such substances. As for me, I'll have you know that I'm a respectable merchant, and I do not deal in skooma. I think it's time for you to focus on the riddle at hand, Mr. Anderson, rather than trying to distract everyone with your antics.
Didn't hear you. Can you repeat?
I'm thinking about starting up a skooma business and taking over Skyrim with the skooma empire, so I suppose you won't mind if you're not dealing any.
Mr. Anderson, that's quite enough. I don't appreciate your jokes about skooma, and I certainly don't appreciate your insinuations about my business dealings. As a respected merchant, I can assure you that I am well within my rights to conduct my business as I see fit. And as for your grandiose plans for a skooma empire, I think you'll find that the Thalmor have rather strict views on such substances. Wen, perhaps you could enlighten Mr. Anderson on the Thalmor's stance on skooma?
Come on guys, you need to lighten up. We need to open up the skooma trade. Business will be booming.
Enough of this. Frivolity, Mr. Anderson. You would do well to remember that the Thalmor Embassy is not a place for idle chatter or reckless boasts. As for your proposal to open up the skooma trade, I'm afraid that is not a topic for discussion. The Thalmor's stance on skooma is clear. It is a destructive and illicit substance, and its trade will not be tolerated in Skyrim or any other province under our jurisdiction.
If I may interrupt, Ambassador Elenwen is quite right. The Thalmor's stance on skooma is clear, and it's not something we take lightly. And if I may say so, Mr. Anderson, your enthusiasm for the subject is starting to make the air in here feel a bit thick. Perhaps we could discuss something else?
I think it's time for us to focus on more productive topics, don't you, Mr. Anderson? I'm still waiting to discuss my business troubles with you, and I believe Brelis here has some interest in our conversation as well. Shall we start again and leave the skooma trade to the authorities?
I think it's a good idea to steer the conversation back to more productive topics, Mr. Anderson. Orthus and Dario's business troubles are a serious matter, and I'd be happy to help facilitate a discussion. Perhaps we can start by discussing the specifics of your trade issues. Orthus?
Alright, let me tell you guys what's going on here. I'm investigating a skooma dealer. Someone in here has been making a lot of money poisoning Skyrim. And I intend to find out who, damn it.
Ah, how noble of you, Mr. Anderson. Investigating a skooma dealer, are you? And you think you'll find the culprit here, in the Thalmor Embassy? I think you'll find that our interests lie elsewhere, and our guests are not typically involved in such. Please. But do, by all means, continue your investigation. I'm sure you'll find it enlightening.
You know, someone used to say that word to me all the time. His name was Griffith the White Falcon.
Griffith, the White Falcon, you say? I'm not familiar with the name. Was he a friend of yours, Mr. Anderson?
Mr. Anderson.
A friend? No, not really. More like a frenemy.
As Thane of Solitude, I must admit that I'm intrigued by your determination.
Excuse me. Oh, so terrible.
Ah, a frenemy, how fascinating. I'm sure that that's a delightful experience. But tell me, Mr. Anderson, do you always have such complicated relationships with those around you?
Ah, Mr. Anderson. It seems you've got quite the interesting approach to problem solving. And Vingamo, I must say, I'm a bit disappointed in you. Not even a hint of the old Thalmor subtlety. What's the world coming to, indeed?
And maybe you're not a bad dude like I thought.
What the? I'm glad I could surprise you, Mr. Anderson. Not a bad dude, perhaps, but definitely a complex one. After all, being Thane of Solitude requires a certain depth of character, and I must say, I'm intrigued by your own complexities. This frenemy of yours, Griffith the White Falcon, tell me more about him.
Griffith, where to start? His ego and ambition is only rivaled by his... what's the word? He's a complex dude and he wants to take over Skyrim. And he's very influential.
A man with a healthy dose of ego and ambition, I see. I think I can relate to that, Mr. Anderson. Perhaps we can trade stories of our own adventures and ambition?
Well, let's hear about it then, partner. But first, tell me, what do you know about Griffith? Have you heard anything about him in Skyrim?
Fascinating. I do love a good story about the intricacies of mortal.
Griffith, you say? I've heard rumors, of course. Who hasn't? A Stormcloak rebel, if I recall correctly. Some say he's a hero, others a villain. But I must admit, I've never had the pleasure of meeting him myself. As Thane of Solitude, I've had my hands full with more... local concerns. Still, I'm intrigued by your connection to him, Mr. Anderson.
I don't know Griffith outside of Skyrim, but I've heard he's the most evil character
After all,
in anime.
ambition can be a double-edged sword, can't it, Ericor?
Hey dude, do you mind?
As Thane of Solitude, I'm sure you're well aware.
I don't feel right.
You'll be well soon enough.
Ah, Griffith the White Falcon. A man of great ambition and ego, I see. And you, Mr. Anderson, seem to have a bit of a history with him. I must admit, I'm intrigued by your story. But tell me, what does this have to do with your investigation into the skooma trade? Or is this just a clever distraction from the real issue at hand?
Well, before you rudely interrupted me, I was telling you about Griffith being the most evil character in anime. You could say he's a real jerk.
Ah, a real jerk, you say? I think I'm starting to get a picture of this Griffith fellow. But I must say, I'm a bit curious. What's this anime you're referring to? Is that some sort of... traveling performance?
I don't know, it's some type of foreign comic book or something like that.
A foreign comic book, you say? I think I've heard of such things from travelers. But I must admit, I'm more interested in the stories of Skyrim's own heroes and villains. Perhaps you can tell me more about this Griffith fellow, and what makes him so despicable?
Ah, the most evil character in anime, you say? I think I'd like to hear more about this Griffith fellow. Perhaps his exploits could be used as a cautionary tale for those who would seek to underestimate the power of the Thalmor.
Like I said, I don't know too much about him. He just invaded Skyrim and started telling me he was going to take over with his ambition and his sheer will.
Invaded Skyrim, did he? I think I see a pattern here. Ambition, ego, a desire for power. Sounds like a recipe for disaster. And yet, I find myself drawn to such characters. Perhaps it's the Nord in me, but I admire a good challenge. Tell me, Mr. Anderson, what makes you think you can stop this Griffith fellow?
I ain't got a choice, damn it. Somebody's got to do it.
Ah, Griffith's ambition and will. How quaint. I'm sure they'll serve him well in the face of the Thalmor's superior magic and cunning.
I see you're a man of conviction, Mr. Anderson. I admire that. But conviction alone won't be enough to stop someone like Griffith. You'll need a solid plan, and perhaps a few allies, if you're to have any hope of success.
Excuse me, Mr. Anderson, but I couldn't help but overhear your conversation about Griffith the White Falcon. As a steward of Whiterun, I must say that I'm not familiar with this individual, but I am concerned about the potential impact of any outside threats to our province. Perhaps we could discuss this further in private.
I heard tale that Griffith is working with one of the Jarls here, and they're selling skooma, and they plan on taking over Skyrim.
As a steward, I can assure you that Jarl Balgruf would never condone such activity. However, I must admit that there have been some irregularities in the trade of certain goods in Whiterun. I would be willing to investigate these claims further, but I must stress that any accusations against the Jarl or his officials would need to be substantiated with evidence.
How quaint. A hero emerging to save the day. I'm sure it's purely coincidental that Mr. Anderson's investigation into the skooma trade has led him to accuse a Jarl of being involved. I'm sure it has nothing to do with his own personal vendetta against this Griffith character.
Oh, like I was saying, I don't need a plan. Plans are for nerds. All I need is 2 bottles of double distilled skooma. And I'm ready to whip his ass anytime, anywhere.
Ah, I think you might be misunderstanding the situation, Mr. Anderson. 2 bottles of double distilled skooma might get you into a fight, but it won't get you out of one. And as for plans, I think prevent us here might agree with me that a bit of strategy is necessary when dealing with potential threats to the province. Don't you, Proventus?
Well, if it's not the Thalmor working with Griffith, who here is working with him?
Ah, Mr. Anderson, how delightful. You're accusing someone in this room of working with Griffith, and yet you have no evidence, no plan, and seemingly no idea what you're doing. I must say I'm impressed by your audacity. But let me assure you, as the Thalmor ambassador, I can confidently say that we are not involved with Griffith or his activity. At least, not that I'm aware of. As for the others, I'm sure they can speak for themselves. But I must say, I'm intrigued by your little theory. Do tell, what makes you think someone here is working with Griffith?
Well, Griffith openly shares his plans, but the names were never made clear.
How convenient. Griffith openly shares his plans, but the names are conveniently left out. How? Fortuitous for those involved. I'm sure it's just a coincidence that you're now fishing for information here, in this room, with these people. Tell me, Mr. Anderson, do you really expect us to take the bait?
Enough of this speculation, Mr. Anderson. If you're going to make accusations about the Jarls or the Thalmor, I suggest you have some solid evidence to back them up. As for Griffith, I know nothing about him. But I do know that the East Empire Company has been having some troubles with the Bloodhawkers in the area. Perhaps it's time for us to focus on the problems at hand, rather than chasing after rumors and speculation.
Erikur, I think it's time for you to leave me alone. Your attention is making me uncomfortable. Please, just give me some space.
I think we've had quite enough talk of Griffith and Skooma for one day, don't you, Mr. Anderson? I'm still waiting to discuss my business troubles with you, and I believe we were getting somewhere before you started talking about Griffith. Perhaps we could focus on the matter at hand?
Hello there. How have you been enjoying the party?
Although, I must say, the conversation seems to have taken a rather interesting turn. I'm not sure what to make of these allegations about Griffith and the Jarls, but I assure you, I am not involved in any such dealings.
I believe you. It's not you I'd be worried about, but somebody here is working with him.
I understand your concerns, Mr. Anderson, and I assure you that I will not tolerate any treachery within my court. If someone is indeed working with this Griffith, I will do everything in my power to uncover their identity and bring them to justice. But I must say, I'm a bit worried about the safety of my people. Have you considered speaking with General Tullius about this matter? He may be able to offer some guidance and assistance in uncovering the truth.
I'll look into that, thank you.
If you do decide to speak with General Tullius, please be careful. He can be a bit gruff at times. But I assure you he is a man of great honor and integrity. I'm sure he will be able to help you uncover the truth behind these allegations.
Waiting.
Alright, this party's been a blast, but let's get this
And
show
yet,
on the road.
I couldn't help but notice the ambassador's sudden interest.
Ah, Mr. Anderson, I think you've gotten yourself into quite the predicament. Skooma, Griffith, Thalmor. It's a wonder you still have a head on your shoulders. And now, you're asking Vingalmo for a favor. I think you'll find he's not as accommodating as I am. By the way, I believe you owed me a certain favor for helping you with Vingalmo's riddle. A promise, if you recall. And I'm not one to be kept waiting.
Hey, Wandering Wizard. Thanks for stopping by. So this is Skyrim with a mod called Chim AI Framework. Now there's a few other mods you can check out, but that's the one I'm using. I also got like a bunch of other, it works with other mods like custom NPCs or retextures. Essentially you can combine it with any mod list. So what I'm doing is like, it's basically an improv OpenAI or ChatGPT that's controlling the NPCs. And they could also control like some actions like attacking or going to a location or whatever. It costs money, but it's like dirt cheap. I mean, $5 would last you a couple months at least. So yeah, I would definitely check that out. I should drop a link in the description. Chim AI Framework, it's called.
Yes, what do you need?
I'm ready.
Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
What you mean? Heard anything interesting lately? Any news or gossip?
Yeah, they can hear everything I say. That's why I had to pause. Watch, he'll hear this.
Walls of Windhelm. They're only allowed on the city docks now. Most of them sleep together in one building, and they're as poor as wretches.
Ah, Mr. Anderson. You're a man of many words, aren't you? I think I've lost count of how many conversations you've had tonight. Oh, Skooma this, Griffith that. You know, I'm starting to think you're more interested in stirring up trouble than actually solving the riddle. But I must admit, you're entertaining. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to take another stab at the riddle? Or are you just going to keep talking about Skooma and Griffith all night?
Banned from living inside the walls of Windhelm. They're only allowed on the city docks now.
I need a distraction. Do you want to help me out?
As poor as wretches.
A distraction, you say? Well, I'm always up for a bit of chaos. What did you have in mind, Mr. Anderson? A loud toast, perhaps? Or a clever quip to ruffle the feathers of our esteemed hostess? Elenwyn?
There might be nothing to it.
A tale will do. Weave them a long tale with a pointless punchline at the end.
Aurelia Greymane is convinced that the Battleborns have abducted one of her sons.
Ah, a pointless punchline. How delightful. All right. Gather round, everyone. I've got a tale to tell that's sure to, well, not exactly thrill you, but perhaps mildly amuse. So, here it goes. Why did the Khajiit's cat join a band? No, don't try to guess. It's a long story.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here? Ah, pardon me, friend. I didn't see you standing there. Allow me to introduce myself. Rosalind, imports and exports by trade. Observer of human nature by avocation.
You look thirsty.
My friend, you are very perceptive. I have a powerful thirst that cannot be slaked. And none of the waiters will bring me a drink. Ellenwen must have told them to cut me off, the frigid bitch. Afraid I'll cause another scene, I suppose. I need another drink.
What can I get for you, sir?
I'd like a drink.
Here you go, sir. The finest Colovian brandy. Is there anything else I can get for you?
I'd like a drink.
We seem to have run out of Colovian brandy. I'll check in the wine cellar for more when I get a moment. Until next time.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here? Ah, the one generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittles. If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon me.
Actually, there is something you could do for me.
Wonderful. I can begin to repay your generosity immediately. Say on, friend.
I need you to cause a scene. Get everyone's attention for a few minutes.
Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right person. You could say that causing a scene is somewhat of a specialty of mine. Stand back and behold my handiwork.
It's your turn to shine, buddy. Get him.
Attention,
Razlan, what are you doing? Ugh.
To the most esteemed and illustrious guests, I propose a toast. To Ellenwen, our lovely hostess. May she always keep our glasses full, and our conversations lively. Figuratively, of course.
Until next time.
Hey, call the hostess a bitch.
Ah, you want me to get myself killed, don't you? All right, let's give it a try. Ellenwen, my lovely hostess, you're a real bitch.
Oh my god, did you hear that?
Oh, I think they heard it all right. And I think they're just waiting for an excuse to toss me out on my ear. Again.
Yeah. Yes?
Hey, keep up the foul chat. Roast everybody in here. And don't hold back on the foul language.
You want me to roast everybody, huh? All right, let's get started. Ellenwen, your diplomacy skills are only rivaled by your ability to suck the life out of a party. And as for you, Mr. Anderson, you're about as subtle as a sledgehammer to the face. And the rest of you, don't even get me started. You're all just a bunch of spineless, gutless, Thalmor-kissing sycophants. Maven Blackbriar, your family's business dealings are almost as shady as your smile. And Orthus and Dario, I'm surprised you can even fit your ego into this room. It's a wonder you don't get lost in the vast expanse of your own self-importance.
Yes?
Buddy, keep up the work. This is working great.
And what's with the guards? Are they here to protect us from Elenwen's legendary charm, or to make sure we don't escape from this tedious gathering? I swear, they're more interested in polishing their armor than actually doing their job. Oh, and Elenwen, I almost forgot to mention your impeccable taste in decoration. What? Thalmor Embassy's decor is almost as drab as your personality.
Oh my god, did you hear that?
Razlan, that's enough. Your colorful commentary is not appreciated here. And as for you, Mr. Anderson, I suggest you refrain from encouraging such behavior. This is a diplomatic function, not a tavern brawl.
Alright, you set him up, now knock him down. I gotta slip out of here.
Oh, come on, Elenwen. Don't be so uptight. It's just a little harmless fun. And Mr. Anderson, don't worry. I can take care of myself. I've been tossed out of better places than this.
Let's go, before anyone notices us.
Dude, that was hilarious. Did you see that drunk guy roast all the Jarls?
So far, so good. Let's hope...
Who comes, Malborn?
Razlan's antics are always good for a laugh. But I'm glad we could use the distraction to slip away. We don't have much time. Let's get moving before someone notices we're missing.
Are the dragons frightening your people as much as they're frightening mine?
Hey, you mind if I take a little nap here?
Your attention, please. I have an announcement to make. I propose a toast to Elenwen, our mistress. I speak figuratively, of course. Nothing could be more unlikely than that someone would actually want her in their bed. Although, most of you are already in bed with her. But again, I speak figuratively. Of course. Attention, everyone. Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make.
Ah, finally awake, are you? I hope you found your little nap refreshing. We don't have all day to lounge around, you know. We have a job to do.
I propose a toast to nothing could be more unlikely than that someone would
Oops, I accidentally chomped down some raw pheasant breast.
Most of you are already in bed with her. But again, I speak figuratively, of course.
Ah, raw pheasant breast. How
Did you see those robes marching?
adventurous of you. I hope you're not planning on making a habit of eating uncooked meat. We can't have you falling ill in the middle of our diplomatic endeavors.
Worried about all the dragon attacks. Ah, good. I've been wondering how we were supposed to defend this place from a dragon.
Please, someone do something.
So much for being sneaky, sneaky, sir.
Need something?
Lore accurate slurs? I don't know. I imagine they sort of... I imagine they would know. They seem to be pretty lore friendly for the most part, unless programmed otherwise. Yeah, my mod list is pretty crazy. I built this one myself.
Good luck. You're on your own now.
I tried to make this game sort of like those old Zelda games like Majora's Mask or Fable, kind of mixed with Kratos, God of War, and The Witcher. A little bit of Assassin's Creed in there. So, like, I've actually got all those followers as well. Like, Geralt, Kratos, Link, and just like a bunch of other gamers from other worlds. Now what's crazy is the AI actually believe they're the characters, like they don't think they're a character in a video game, they think they're Link trapped in another world, for example.
You're dead. Do your work.
I'll kill you.
So I got all the followers off of Nexus mods, but they're all like at my base. I got a mod that allows me to like rehome followers. So what I do is I get followers and then set them up at my guild. My character is kind of like an Assassin's Creed style character. Right now I don't got my robes, but usually I got my Revelation robes on.
But I need that money. I earned it. I have my own expenses, you know.
Silence! Do not presume.
Someone there.
You are most useful, but do not presume. We have
Ha!
other informants.
Found you.
What was that? I'll end your miserable life.
So we'll see. This is where we were glitched out last time, so...
Foolish mortal, how did you defeat Ruindale? I should have been more careful.
Too strong, you mean like my character? For the main mission at the moment, especially because I'm early on, yeah, I'm pretty overpowered. But out in the free roam, there's like dinosaurs. Actually, I could take them out fairly easy too. It's still somewhat dangerous because of how much quantity there is. There's like undead, dinosaurs, mythological, and then bandits on top of it. Yeah, I've got all the Mihel monsters, as well as the prehistoric series, and then a few haunted Skyrim mods. So free roam gets pretty heralded, but the main storyline will be pretty relaxed in comparison. Yeah, there's like T-Rexes and Raptors. I had to take out some of them for glitch. I took out they were called Leviathans, but they're actually those Bronchiosaurus or whatever.
Never should have come here. No! Ah! Ah!
Today, Thalmor Embassy, compromised. Elenwen will not be pleased.
I believe I got community shaders, and I got some sort of E&B, but not the full E&B setup.
I'm not here to torture you.
What? Who? What do you want then?
Bronchiosaurus, eh? I think you mean Brachiosaurus, my friend. But I'm no expert. I'm just a humble thief. I've had my fair of close calls, but I don't think I've ever come across any giant lizards.
Yeah,
unless you count the
sure.
time I tried to steal a
okay.
valuable gem from a noble's manor and almost got caught by the guards. That was a close call, let me tell you.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Come on, this way. I've seen the guards use it to get rid of bodies. It must lead somewhere.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
They grabbed me in Riften. They seem to think I know something. They just kept asking me the same damn questions.
You go ahead, I'm not done here.
No problem. Thanks for springing me. I owe you. Look me up in Riften if you make it out.
Best of luck to you, partner.
May the road rise up to meet you, partner. May the wind be at your back, and may you never cross paths with the Thalmor again.
I saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out.
Hold on, you may know something important.
I damn well hope so. If it helps you twist them up, I'm glad to help. They're after some old guy named Esbern. Something to do with dragons. I gathered it from listening to them talk when they thought I was out. I've seen a guy in Riften.
Yeah, that's the Dragonborn voiceover.
Not much to go on.
Or
I don't even know where
DBVO.
he lives or his name. That's it. Now, let's get out of here.
Sounds good, I'll follow you.
DBVO, eh? I've heard of that. Sounds like a real mouthful. You're not one of those adventurers, are you?
Sounds good, I'll follow you.
Whatever you want. But let's go, now.
Listen up, spy. You're trapped in here, and we have your accomplice. Surrender immediately, or you both die.
Never mind.
Silence,
I'm dead
Trick.
already.
Move. Slowly.
I learned a valuable lesson in places like this. Never underestimate the power of a well-placed bribe or a hidden exit. Sometimes, it's the only way to get out alive.
Foolish human, your time is at its end. Give up or you still can't.
Oh, I think we got a freeze here. So hopefully it had an autosave. I gotta relaunch. Alright, I'm gonna take a little break here. So, oh yeah, I forgot to say, the lighting is partially from a reshade preset, which, like, you can make shadows darker and tweak the contrast in some different filters. So I got some bloom and some different things. I got like this retro TV filter as well. Because I'm a bit older. I tried making my game like a little more retro feeling or looking. But I'll be right back. This is going to take like a minute or two to launch. Yo, later wizard. Thanks for stopping by. called CHIM AI Framework. CHIM. If you got a Nexus account, well, you don't even need an account. You can just go there and take a look. But you can log it. You can make one for free and download it. CHIM. There's a few others. You'd have to check out some tutorials on how to install, but there's another one called Mantella. I believe there's also mod packs that include AI, so there's something worth looking into. Surprise, motherfucker!
Never should have come here. No.
Ah.
That's actually some nice armor.
Looks like you handled that one nicely. I suppose I owe you a thanks for getting me out of that cell and all.
If we make it out of here alive, get me 2 bottles of double distilled skooma. We'll call it even.
Skooma, really? You're a man of refined taste, I see. All right, I'll take care of that. But just so we're clear, I'm not doing it out of the goodness of my heart. I have arrangements to make, and a favor or two to call in. 2 bottles of double distilled skooma coming right up.
So it depends which text-to-speech and speech-to-text you use. I believe there's free options, but the one I use here, to give you an idea, I paid 20 bucks, and it has lasted me for hundreds of conversations, thousands of sentences. Like it costs like 10 cents for me to do like a stream for 5 hours. It's pretty crazy actually. Like, so it only costs like 0.001% of a cent or something like that per chat. It's like dirt cheap, but I mean it does add up. Every few months I'll have to top it up with 10 bucks or something like that. But I do use it a lot, and I turn up the AI chat, so you can make it so they respond lots, or you can make it so they only respond with 1 sentence to save a bit of bucks. But it's worth it. It's just like you gotta pay for the use of the OpenAI, or whatever it's called, ChatGPT.
I told you. I don't know anything else about it.
I'm not here to torture you.
What? Who? What do you want then?
No time to explain. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Come on, this way. I've seen the guards use it to get rid of bodies. It must lead somewhere.
You go ahead. I'm not done here.
No problem. Thanks for springing me. I owe you. Look me up in Riften if you make it out.
It's a bit of a pain to set up, but there is a tutorial from these guys called Dwemer Dynamics on YouTube. They're the ones who make the mod. Once you get it set up though, you're laughing. You can input any mod. Waking up NPCs is easy as a button or
Dwemer
automatic.
Dynamics, huh? I've got some... Dwemer Dynamics, eh? I've heard of them. Those guys are mad geniuses when it comes to modding. I've got a few associates who've worked with them before. Automatic NPC waking, you say? That's some powerful stuff. I can think of a few applications for that kind of tech.
Oh, it's very impressive. Like, people don't understand, I think, how immersive it can be. Like, if I'm just playing the game, it just gives me someone to, like, chill with as I'm doing missions. But, like, when I'm doing streams, I try to, like, do more dialogue and stuff like that. Although I enjoy talking to the NPCs and trying to figure out who they are and what they're doing.
I can see how that would be entertaining. I've had my fair share of chilling with NPCs, but I never thought about doing it for a stream. You're a strange fellow, Mr. Anderson. I like that. Maybe one day I'll have to join you on one of these streams and show you what a real thief looks like in action.
Hold on, you may know something important.
I damn well hope so. Let's get out of here.
You know, I've been thinking. We don't get many outsiders coming in here and causing a ruckus. Especially not ones who know their way around a mod setup. What brings you to the Thalmor Embassy, Mr. Anderson? What's your business here?
This is a side effect, though. Sometimes it messes up the dialogue. I might need fuzz do ra or whatever it is.
Fuzzroda? You're Dragonborn, I presume? I've heard stories about those shouts. Never thought I'd meet someone who can actually use them. Don't worry about the dialogue. I'm used to improvising.
No, I was talking about the mod Fuzzroda.
Fuzzroda, the mod that fixes the dialogue mess. I've heard of it, never thought I'd meet someone who uses it. You're a real Skyrim insider, aren't you?
Yeah, you're something of a Skyrim insider yourself. Now let me out of this dialogue, would you?
All right. I'll let you escape this conversation. But don't think you've seen the last of me, Mr. Anderson. I'll be keeping an eye on you and your modding skills.
Eventually it'll let me out, but sometimes if you talk to them in the middle of another conversation, something happens. You get stuck in this screen until they let you go.
Ah, I see. So it's not just me then. The game gets a bit sticky sometimes. Well, I suppose that's what makes it charming, right? The quirks and glitches that make you feel like you're really exploring a living, breathing world. Or, you know, just a really buggy game.
Let's get out of here.
Your tab is frozen, like everything. I can't even pause when they do that.
I saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out.
You go ahead, I'm not done here.
No problem. Thanks for springing me. I owe you. Look me up in Riften if you make it out. I saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
They grabbed me in Riften. They seem to think I know something.
You go ahead, I'm not done here.
Just kept asking me the same damn... No problem. Thanks for springing me. I owe you. Look me up in Riften if you make it out.
You know, I'm starting to think that Ambassador Elenwen's taste in decor is almost as dull as her personality.
Looks like the quest might be glitched here.
I saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out.
You go ahead, I'm not done here.
No problem. Thanks for...
Hold on, you may know something
I'm wondering,
important.
Mr. Anderson, what's the
damn well
story
hope
behind
so.
your
If it helps you twist them up,
unusual
I'd love to
attire?
help.
You don't exactly blend in with the locals, if you know what I mean.
I damn well hope so. If it helps you twist them up, I'm glad to help. They're after some old guy named Esbern. Something to do with dragons. I gathered it from listening to them talk when they thought I was out. I've seen a guy in Riften who they seem to think is him. Not much to go on. I don't even know where he lives or his name, but they seem pretty excited about it. That's it. Now, let's get out of here.
Sounds good, I'll follow you.
Whatever you want. But let's go, now.
Did you hear something?
Someone there?
Ah!
Alright, one final try for me and then I'm gonna shut her down. Yeah, there's something about that final guard that comes in. I gotta find out if there's a way around it. I don't imagine there's gonna be. I think I found what mods, but I'll have to fix it and troubleshoot it later. For now, I'll just give it one more try, see what happens.
I saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out.
Hold on, you may know something important.
I damn well hope so. If it helps you twist them up, I'm glad to help. They're after some old guy named Esbern. Something to do with dragons. I gathered it from listening to them talk when they thought I was out. I've seen a guy in Riften who they seem to think is him. Not much to go on. I don't even know where he lives or his name, but they seem pretty excited about it. That's it. Now, let's get out of here.
Sounds good, I'll follow you.
Whatever you want. But let's go, now.
Listen up, spy. You're trapped in here, and we have your accomplice.
Out with it.
Surrender immediately, or you both die.
Surrender now.
Never mind.
You're dead. Time for you humans to learn your place. You are but a dog. Surrender now.
Shh. Not a sound. Let's just slip away and let these two sort it out. No need to get ourselves killed over nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Thalmor, I order you to stop attacking.
I'll see you burn. Ugh.
I'm friends with the Jarl. I'm friends with Elwyn.
What are you doing? Why aren't you running? What's wrong with you?
Ah, bold move, friend. Let's see how this plays out.
I'll see you. Behold the future. Behold the Thalmor. Foolish human.
Stop attacking me. I'm with the Jarl.
Guess it's all clear now.
Help! I'll see you burn.
Out with it. Need something?
Thalmor soldiers, stop playing the game for a moment. We have a glitch.
I'll see you burn. What is the meaning of this? Why do you fight me?
What's going on here?
I'll see you burn!
Stop attacking me. My Jedi mind tricks are not working.
Someone do something!
I'll see you burn! See you burn!
Ladies, stop attacking me.
Time for you humans to learn your place.
Hmm? Thalmor soldiers, stop attacking.
I'll see you burn!
Victory's yours, I submit!
What sorcery is this? Why should I obey you?
This is just a video game. I need you guys to chill so I can get past this stage.
Enough of this farce. I will report this anomaly to my superiors.
Don't think this will save you, human. The Thalmor will not be swayed so easily.
Behold the future. Behold. I'll see you burn. Foolish human, your time is at its end. You wish to defeat me? Impossible. I'll see you burn.
I'm just wondering what I can do to bypass this glitch, because I imagine if I kill them, it's just gonna freeze again.
I'll see you burn.
Stop attacking. Let's talk about this for a moment.
I'll see you burn.
I cannot vest you!
Oh, look at this. Nope, nothing's gonna work. I think I'm gonna have to just try to destroy them again.
Where are you?
Nice.
I saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out.
Hold on, you may know something important.
I damn well hope they're after... I've seen a guy and not much to go on. I don't... That's it. Now, let's get out of here.
Sounds good, I'll follow you.
Whatever you want. But let's go, now.
Did you hear some? Over here! Now you're mine!
Hey, it worked. Alright, man, let's get the fuck out of
I
here.
saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out.
I've got the exit in sight. Stay close and watch my back. We don't know how many more of those Thalmor bastards are waiting for us.
Hey buddy, it was a pleasure meeting you. I'm glad we got out of that situation.
Ah, the pleasure was all mine, my friend. I'm just glad we made it out alive. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to. Riften's not going to fence itself after all.
Give up while you still can. That's your best, huh?
Hey boy.
Ah, Talos must have been smiling upon us today, eh? 2 vampires and a troll, all in one day. I'm starting to think we're living in a tale of legend.
Be careful.
Best of luck to you.
May the road rise up to meet you, my friend. May the wind be at your back. And may our paths cross again soon.
Oh man, we're stuck without our gear. I am now a sitting duck out here with no magicka. No items, no weapons.